just outside the top 20 in position so that if they can make a bit of a run and pick up some wins down the stretch, they definitely have a chance to do so this year. It's Richie Hughson taking the draw for Providence. He's played really well in practice, according to Coach Gabrielli, and that's the reason he's getting the nod today, but a violation, and it's going in favor of the Bears to start. 18 points on the season, leads this Providence team in points. You're going to also want to keep a look out for Matt Grillo, 5 in white, 12 goals and 1 assist. So exactly the start Providence was looking for. 2-0 lead over Brown. And let's take a look at this face-off. And the Friars will take possession. Edwards has had that same exact move. And Hughson wins the draw to himself. Hughson looking to move. He fires wide. It's going to be Providence ball. Providence coming off of a tough loss against St. Joe's. Well, if you were looking for them to get off to a hot start, they've done that and more today. Well, the Brown finally wins the faceoff. 4-1. We'll talk about a lot of action in 3.5 minutes or so. 5 goals already scored. Well, it's Providence ball off of an elbow. Grillo with 13 goals, Evan McGreen with 12. 2 of them lead this offense. It's Brown possession off the faceoff. Pike's going to take a quick shot. He fired wide. So the Friars got off to a really fast start if you're just joining us now. 4-0. Brown got one back. It was 4-1 just 4 minutes in. Bit of a lull in scoring for about 5 minutes, and then the two sides have traded goals in the last couple of minutes. Bonding. And another face-off won by the Bears. Sweeney couldn't hang on to it. And Providence going the other way. The long stick. Linehan. Providence comes away with the face-off. It's Hughson, whose shot missed wide. 9 shots on goal, 7-5 in favor of the Friars. Ground balls favor Brown, 11-8. The clearing, 3 for 3 for Providence, but Brown 5 out of 8. Teams even in face-offs, but those turnovers, again, early in this game, the turnovers really hurt Brown. They have turned the ball over 6 times. Well, a quick win off the face-off. Shot was early in the second quarter. And face-offs now as important as ever. And another face-off one from Gunty. An important face-off win from Hughson. But it's given right back. So now 6 straight for the Bears. So Brown gets, I beg your pardon. Well, the Friars got off to a very fast start today. Led this one 5-1 with about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. But since then, it's been all Brown. That ends a streak of 7 straight goals scored by Brown. It's a critically important goal for Providence, and they win the ensuing faceoff. Second quarter, Providence's offense seems to have opened up. Well, the faceoff goes the way. Well, the Friars with 3 in a row. And picks up his 4th point of the afternoon. Well, that's the momentum boost that Providence was looking for as they held the ball late in that possession. But instead, it's Brown who comes up with the goal. They lead this one by 2. Final second. Hughson was assessed the penalty. Now on the face-off. He took all the face-offs in the first half and did rather well and wins it himself. Providence leads that face-off for a cross-check. 1 minute penalty. The face-off that much more important. Draw was won by Providence but given away. It's Cook with it. Quick Providence back in the first quarter. Well, since then, Browns outscored Providence 12-3. It's been the run of play throughout the afternoon as well. Gunty to the back of the net. And Brown's advantage up to 6. Gunty appears to be limping a little bit. He won the face-off, scored the goal. Let's take a look at what might have happened at the end of the play there. Luke McKernan with a late hit. Looked like his knee almost gave out on him there as he picked up the goal. Ever since the opening 4 minutes or so. And they've outscored the Friars 15-3 after that 5-1 start for Providence. It was an outstanding start to the game for the Friars. And you'll have to put up a big performance here in the fourth quarter after you've been sitting the entire time. Game, he mentioned that defensively they're going to have their hands full. He talked a lot about the strength in the shooting department that the Bears have, and well, there's no question. Well, Griffin King with the goal for Brown. 5. And Murakami bring in some players who maybe wouldn't otherwise get as much playing time. When you're playing a competitive game against North Carolina, their biggest win this year is by 6 goals over Quinnipiac. Well, Sachs is now taking the faceoffs for Brown at 11 against Quinnipiac. Played just a little bit against UNC. On the season, he stopped 5 out of 12. Providence now going with it was 8-8 with just about a minute or two to go in the first half. But 14 consecutive. Well, no doubt he's got a good shot. It was on display there. McConaughey, another face-off win.